Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 2. We are learning Unit 8. Its title is Road Safety Rules. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today we are going to learn about punctuation, and that is comma. Before this, in English for grade 1, you have already learned use of comma under the title of punctuation. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again, and we are going to learn further to recognize and add a comma for a series of items in a sentence and after yes or no in short form dialogues, for example, yes, thank you, etc. This is our today's essay. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah An-Nahl, verse 90. Indeed, Allah commands justice, grace, as well as courtesy to close relatives. He forbids indecency, wickedness, and aggression. He instructs you to perhaps you will be mindful. Yes, my dear students, better what this beautiful verse is telling us. We should treat nicely our close relatives. Okay, means our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, our aunts, uncles, whoever is our relative, we should treat them nicely. This is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? The way we are supposed to be obedient and to obey our parents, likewise we should obey our grandparents, our uncle, our aunts. Okay, this is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beta, right? Now look at this. Justice, comma, grace, comma. Now what is this? We are listing words. So whenever we make a list of words in a sentence, we separate these words by placing comma. We have already learned this use of comma in grade 1. Okay, so let's recall it, and first you tell me, where do we use a comma? Okay, you have learned use of comma, so where do we use it? Pause the video and answer this question to your teacher. After that, kindly come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope the way I told you and you remember that comma is used in a list of words. Whenever in a sentence we are making a list of words, we use comma. And the second use which we are going to learn today is we use it in dialogues after such type of words. Because better when we are talking, what does dialogue mean? Talking to a person. Talking between two persons. So when we write it, how do we write? When we say please, we take a pause in speaking. And how do we write it? After writing please, we place a comma. Likewise, when we say thank you, we place a comma. When we say yes, we place a comma. And when we say no, we place a comma. And this we do because when we said yes, I want to go with you, right? This is how so how do we write it? When we write yes, we place a comma after that. Okay, so there are two uses of comma we are going to learn. One is when we are writing a sentence and in that sentence there is list of words. So to separate every word, we place a comma. And second is if we are writing a dialogue after such type of words, yes, please, thank you, etc., we place a comma, right? Okay. For example, yes, you can take a rest. If you are asking me, teacher, may I take a rest? And I want to say yes. How will I write it? Yes, comma, you can take a rest. So after yes, you are supposed to place a comma. The other example is no, you have to stand in line. So after no, you will place a comma, right? So this is in dialogue. When you are writing conversation, after such type of words, you will use comma. Please stand up. So after please, you are supposed to write a comma. I'm sorry, I have to leave. So after sorry, you will place comma, right? So beta, this is how in dialogue, when we write conversation of people, when we write dialogue, we place comma after such type of words, right? So let's refresh our knowledge. We use comma in a list of items. For example, I ate pizza, comma, donuts and burger. You see, this is the first rule which we have already learned. So to separate these two naming words, we need to place a comma. She has blue, comma, green, comma, black and white shoes. You see, so to separate these naming words, we have to place commas. So these are describing words as well over here. These are the names of the colors, but these colors are describing shoes in this sentence. So we use comma to separate naming words. We use comma to separate describing words in a list of words in a sentence, right? Okay, so let's practice it through an activity. What you are going to do? So tell the students to practice a few dialogues in classroom by using a comma. For example, these are few examples. Likewise, students will say a sentence and they have to take a short pause. What does comma mean? To take a short pause, and then first we are going to do it orally and then we'll practice later. So pause the video, enjoy this activity and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Okay, so it's time for your homework. You will write 5 sentences using comma in them. Okay, and here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. So what we have learned today? We learned to use comma in a list of items and in short formal dialogue. So we achieved our SLO to recognize and add a comma for a series of items in a sentence and after yes or no in short formal dialogues. For example, yes, thank you, etc. Are we done with it? Yes, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till the time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.